important to prepare a template to collect stories. So at the end of the first hour, if I remember well, 6 persons each had one story about the future. Then, so they started to think, to be creative, but individually. And then they started to share the stories. They were asked to use these cards, to cut the cards, to change the cards, to also manipulate a little bit the material. They were not designers. And to share the story, to count to 1 instead of 6. And again, we provide them with a kind of template. And each table, at the end of the day, was able to deliver, again, a consistent, only one per table vision of the future. So it was a process of progressive sharing on a collective idea. You can't simply ask six people others not knowing each other, okay, now you have to come out with a vision for the future. That's it. You have to create a progressive situation. Okay? Again, I see the different deliveries. In the end, we had 6 of them that were shared. So you can see this kind of mood boards. You can believe they are naive, they are simple, but we were not talking to designers, but with people of every kind. And in the end, we had sharing within the community. Meanwhile, we had beautiful lunch together with nice food, and so to really to make people feel comfortable. And again, this at the end was very much, the delivery was very much effective and comparable to the other 6 visions delivered by the other 30 countries. So in the end, we had like 180 of these visions to be compared from all over Europe in different languages. Very simple. And so, with this material, we can, as researchers, we started to compare the material and we came out with some common needs. So, okay, all these visions express a need, or more than one. Which are the common needs? And so we made an extensive review and we translated these visions into common needs. These needs generated a number of posters, 30 posters, combining different ideas and inputs from the people. And with these needs in mind, we organized here in Politecnico a few months ago a huge workshop with 30 citizens, 1 from each country of Europe, 30 experts, super scientists, and 40 researchers that were asked to work together. So, with the result of the previous workshop, we organized a number of tables of mixed people, from citizens to super scientists, sitting together to discuss the needs emerged from the previous phase. Again, the structure, the process was very much guided, very much. For each step it was 2 days, each step has its own delivery. The very last one was a pretty simple one, because in the end we had to compare the result of all these people together. So think about 2 days in which you have to make them work together. The beginning was a kind of exhibition with the posters that I showed. So these posters were the summary of the different needs. Now I will not enter in details. This was the situation for a couple of days. So you recognize the spaces, I guess. Each table has a different topic, a different needs, and so each table was working. There was a board with material of the specific need, where each table had a moderator, and this was the situation that was really nice is that we were in a restaurant where there was a beautiful piano. At a certain point, a guy, one of us, came up and said, "Can I play the piano?" And it was beautiful because the whole night he enjoyed everybody with playing piano. So it was really, and the day after was actually, the groups were actually friends, no more people from different countries, but definitely friends. So these are images from the final presentation, and it was really, really fun. Again, what was the outcome? Well, the outcome was a number of 48 research program scenarios, I will not enter in detail, each one described in a few pages. With this material, this is not the end, a couple of weeks ago, we organized another co-design session, and we decided to do with designers. So, with this material in hand, and inviting colleagues and professionals, we organized a co-design session here in Politecnico. Again, it was a pasta day, very structured. In the beginning, each group was trained in a specific area. And so the very first boundary object was something very simple to visualize the topic, to visualize what we were talking about. So, not yet an idea, but what we are talking about. And then, again, going through different phases, and each one very well designed, or maybe not well, but very designed. Some of the distant plates and work better, some other less. We came to the end to a prototype. And these are the images. You have to think that you can also recognize some of us. This was a group of 30 experts, really designers, professionals, younger, older, with less or more or less experience. In the end, we also asked them to deliver kind of prototypes, visual material. And so the story will continue. This is to say that co-design is something that, again, somehow must be nice, must be guided very well, and you must be very clear what you are going to do with each activity. Let's come to our delivery. Basically, this long lecture is to give you a framework to organize your own co-design plan and strategy for this second phase of the work, and also for the third. But now let's start for the second. So as we said, the first part for the next 2 weeks is to not to do all the job, but basically getting to know the art. So organizing meetings, interviews, visits, whatever. So you are, as we said in the beginning, playing with these two things. What do we expect from you as output finalized by November 11? Same rules of this morning. We will evaluate it in the end. On November 11, we want to see some work done. We expect to have basically a video interview. You know already how to make it, but you can make it more meaningful now. So maybe it's not what questions will you ask. Ask yourself what you need to understand of an artist. Have you ever worked with an artist? Avete mai lavorato insieme a un artista? Maybe not neither me. So, what do you need to know? How can you go beyond what you see of his art? La poetica, cosa c'è dietro un'opera d'arte? Come vengono prodotte? then which are the questions that you have to ask? What do you really need to know from him or her? And while doing this, start a process of reciprocal knowledge. Cosa potremmo chiedere a un artista? È facile capire l'arte contemporanea? Vi trovate a vostro agio con l'arte contemporanea? Sì, tutti molto a suo agio, a loro agio. Io no, io non capisco niente di arte contemporanea. Capisco molto poco. Quindi se voi siete capaci di fare le giuste domande, sono molto contenta. Io ci dovrei pensare parecchio. Perché potete fare delle domande che risultano stupide, ovvie o invadenti. Oppure delle domande che non vi danno risposte significative. You might ask things which are obvious, stupid, or which will not provide any meaningful answer. So really try to think about this before entering in a conversation with the artist. Think. And maybe document yourself. Try to understand how contemporary art actually works. So, we like to have these video interviews, which may be, again, it's not only a technical issue. Now we know that some groups are very good in that, but it's also we really care about the contents that you will be able to make emerge. Ok? Quindi non è soltanto una questione tecnica, ma dovete essere molto bravi a far emergere il contenuto.